It roamed the Earth 100 million years ago. Now it's back from the depths, its remains revealed for the first time.
While today's world grapples with the tragedy of extinction, there's a silver lining when considering some beasts from the past. Imagine confronting creatures even scarier than today's most fearsome snakes or bugs. Ready for a spine-chilling trip down memory lane? Let's explore the top 30 monstrous animals that, frankly, we're relieved aren't around anymore. Number 30, HELICOPRION. Once upon a time, about 290 to 270 million years ago, the seas hid a puzzling marine creature named HELICOPRION. This fish was not your regular aquatic neighbor. It boasted a one-of-a-kind spiral of teeth jutting from its lower jaw. Think of a ribbon twirling, but with teeth. While the majority of its diet consisted of the soft embrace of squids and the delicate textures of jellyfish, the true marvel was in its design. The enigmatic HELICOPRION was a member of the Eugeniodonts family, which holds a kinship with the chimeras of today. What's even more astonishing is that these creatures had cartilage skeletons, meaning most of them did not leave behind fossils, just their intriguing teeth. Our globe has gifted us with HELICOPRION remnants, from the cold stretches of Russia to the warm coasts of Australia. Scientists for years have dug deep into the mystery of this toothy spiral, aiming to unravel its purpose. The most current theories hint at it being a tucked circular saw neatly inside its mouth. Although this fascinating fish survived the Great Permian mass extinction, the dawning of the early Triassic period marked its farewell. Number 29, HAAST'S. Eons ago, during the late Carboniferous period, about 330 million years in the past, another fish swam in our planet's waters. It went by the name of HAAST'S. A journey to the United Kingdom, Russia, or the United States, and a bit of digging might let you stumble upon their fossils. HAAST'S was no regular fish. It had a dental design that was out of the ordinary. Its teeth formed curved blades or spirals, giving it a distinct edge over others. With such unique dental work, it's no wonder it earned the nickname of the scissor-tooth shark. To feed, it executed a peculiar move, sliding its jaw sideways, slicing its prey with precision. An old scientific journal from around the year 1900 portrays HAAST'S in an unforgettable light, while some mused about its mouth resembling a monstrous pair of pinking shears. Whatever the case, this fish's jaw surely made it a marine marvel of its time. Number 28, Titanoboa. Long after HELICOPRION and HAAST'S had vanished from our waters, approximately 60 million years ago, Colombia became home to a serpent of legendary proportions, Titanoboa. This colossal creature was nothing short of an aquatic behemoth. Stretching up to a staggering 47 feet, this snake was the pinnacle of its kind, dwarfing modern-day boas and anacondas. Weighing over a ton, it had the might and power to consume fish and sizable swamp inhabitants of the Paleocene epoch. The warm climate of that era was likely a factor that favored the immense growth of such cold-blooded giants. Titanoboa was brought to light in 2009 when a group of sharp-eyed scientists stumbled upon its fossils in a Colombian coal mine. Number 27, walking worms. Over 530 million years ago, during the Lower Cambrian period, the seafloors were home to a peculiar creature named Hallucigenia fortis. This wasn't any ordinary worm. It sported legs and spines, making it an intriguing spectacle of its time. These worm-like marvels, found in the Maotianshan shales of China, grew up to 2.5 centimeters, roughly 1 inch in length. Now think about this: 8 pairs of legs equipped with claws, and atop that, 7 pairs of spines elegantly positioned on its back. These spines, however, had a unique design. They were slightly forward, not aligning with the legs. Made of intricate nested elements, they bore a net-like pattern on their surfaces. The head of this fascinating creature was a rounded one, with a mouth tucked neatly below and a pair of tentacles perched on its neck. These tentacles, it's believed, played a role in sensing its environment, or maybe even feeding. Delving deeper, we learn that Hallucigenia fortis was related to today's velvet worms and arthropods. However, they belonged to the group Scleronychophorans, which vanished by the end of the Cambrian era. Number 26. Giant sea scorpion. The Middle Ordovician period witnessed the reign of a formidable predator, the Pentacopterus decrohensis. This wasn't just any sea scorpion. It was among the oldest and most mammoth eurypterids ever discovered, a lineage that connects to our present-day spiders, lobsters, and ticks. With a staggering length of 1.7 meters, that's 5.7 feet, and weighing more than a ton, its intimidating physique was only matched by its predatory prowess. Its design was reminiscent of an ancient Greek warship called the Pentaconter, influencing its unique name. Scientists struck gold in 2009 when they unearthed its fossils near Decorah, Iowa. The sheer level of preservation was astonishing, even revealing patterns of tiny hairs on its limbs. Number 25. Giant dragonfly. Enter the lush, oxygen-rich environments of the Carboniferous period, some 300 million years in the past. The skies were ruled by Meganeura, insects akin to today's dragonflies and damselflies. However, their sheer size set them apart, a whopping wingspan reaching 75 centimeters or a full 30 inches. These giant winged wonders were apex predators, feasting on fellow insects, and perhaps even small amphibians. They were equipped with jaw-dropping features, formidable jaws lined with sharp teeth and legs adorned with spines, perfect for capturing their prey. Their large eyes, almost like wide-angled cameras, provided them with an expansive view of their surroundings. The story of Meganeura's discovery dates back to 1880 in France, when Charles Brongniart stumbled upon its fossils. Further investigations led to more finds in England and the United States. Number 24. Terrible crocodile. 82 to 73 million years ago, during the late Cretaceous period, North America's waterways harbored a fearsome creature, the Deinosuchus. Derived from Greek, its name paints a vivid picture, translating to the terrible crocodile. Towering above most predators, this colossal creature could stretch up to 33 feet and weigh a staggering 10 tons. Its snout was broad, and the massive teeth it flaunted could effortlessly crush bones and shells. To complement its menacing appearance, it bore an armor-like shield on its back, a protective layer against potential threats. As it lurked in rivers and coastal vicinities, its diet varied from fish and turtles to even formidable dinosaurs. With a bite force rivaling the mighty Tyrannosaurus rex, Deinosuchus wasn't just an ordinary predator. It left telltale signs of its might, with bite marks found on bones of large tyrannosaurs like Albertosaurus and Apalachiosaurus. Though it may remind one of a crocodile, this behemoth shared a closer kinship with present-day alligators and caimans. They hailed from a unique crocodilian group, the alligatoroids, which had diverged from crocodiles nearly 100 million years before. Number 23. Giant fish. Dive back to a time around 360 million years ago, and the waters of the late Devonian period were ruled by Dunkleosteus. This immense armored fish was a force to be reckoned with, being one of the first ever apex predators. Without actual teeth, it boasted sharp, bony jaws which could exert a formidable bite force nearing 8,000 pounds per square inch. To put this in perspective, that's in the same league as the ferocious Tyrannosaurus rex and the Megalodon. This titan spanned an impressive 30 feet and tipped the scales between 3 and 4 tons, rightfully claiming the title of its era's largest vertebrate. As it cruised the ancient seas that spanned continents from North America to Europe and Africa, it feasted upon other marine dwellers, and in times of scarcity, even its own kind. Dunkleosteus belonged to a unique category of fish, the placoderms, characterized by their armored plating. But as the Devonian period concluded, the Dunkleosteus and its armored brethren vanished, likely succumbing to shifting ocean conditions and competition. The name Dunkleosteus commemorates David Dunkel, a dedicated paleontologist who unveiled its mysteries through fossils. Number 22. Short-faced bear. Once roaming the terrains of North America, during the chilly stretches of the Pleistocene epoch, from 2.5 million to 12,000 years ago, was the imposing Arctodus simus. Known as the short-faced bear, this gargantuan creature was undeniably awe-inspiring. Among the largest carnivorous mammals ever to grace Earth, when it rose on its hind legs, it could tower at a staggering 4 meters high. This beast hailed from the Tremarctini family, which introduced the world to the present-day spectacled bear and a slew of extinct varieties. It is believed that the roots of Arctodus simus can be traced back to its ancestor, Arctodus pristinus. This predecessor, though relatively smaller, was primarily found in the eastern territories of the United States. With the progression of time, Arctodus simus expanded its territories, marking its footprints across vast swathes of the continent. This brought it face to face with mighty predators, dire wolves, formidable American lions, and the sharp-fanged saber-toothed cats. Yet it was not a picky eater. This omnivore relished both flora and fauna, adapting its diet based on the available sustenance. Gifted with a jaw that delivered a powerful bite and elongated limbs, it ran swiftly, making vast territories its playground. The exact reason for the demise of this colossal bear remains shrouded in mystery. Number 21. Giant rodent. A monumental discovery in South America transported researchers back some 8 million years. Nestled within this vast landscape was the Phoberomus pattersoni, a rodent of staggering proportions. Though it shared kinship with the modestly sized guinea pigs we recognize today, its scale was entirely different. Picture a creature tipping the scales at a whopping 550 pounds and extending to 13 feet, inclusive of its lengthy tail. In the annals of history, only the Josephoartigacia monesi stood larger among rodents. Primarily an herbivore, Phoberomus pattersoni thrived by feasting on lush vegetation that grew along riverbanks and serene lakes. It possessed robust teeth which, interestingly, never ceased growing. Its long, muscular legs weren't just for show. They empowered the rodent with impressive speed. This was invaluable, considering the formidable predators of its time, including menacing crocodiles, giant serpents, and the ever-threatening saber-toothed cats. The legacy of this mammoth rodent came to light when, in 2000, a near-complete skeleton was unearthed in Venezuela. Number 20. Largest apes. In the vast forests of southern China and possibly parts of Southeast Asia, there existed an enormous creature known as Gigantopithecus. From approximately 2 million to 300,000 years ago, this colossal ape commanded attention. Measuring up to 1 meter in body length and weighing a hefty 300 kilograms, it was among the largest of its kind. The unique features of Gigantopithecus were hard to miss. 2 large, multi-lensed eyes providing keen vision, spiky arms adept at capturing prey, and a mouth that curiously resembled a pineapple ring. Mostly a vegetarian, it favored plants, particularly succulent fruits and roots. However, animals occasionally found their way into its diet. While related to the orangutan, it did not directly give rise to them. Despite some tales and myths linking it to creatures like the Yeti or Bigfoot, tangible evidence remains elusive. Number 19. HAAST'S eagle. In the skies over New Zealand, the Harpagornis murai, or HAAST'S eagle, soared with unmatched majesty. With its imposing 3-meter wingspan and weighing an impressive 17.8 kilograms, it was the apex of avian predators. Equipped with enormous claws and a robust beak, it specialized in hunting the substantial flightless moa. Local tales even whispered of these mighty eagles snatching unaware children. Named in honor of Julius von Haast, the first to describe it after a marsh discovery in 1872, further research linked its DNA closer to the smaller little eagle and booted eagle. The eagle's reign ended tragically around 1400, coinciding with human settlement in New Zealand. The relentless hunting of its main food, the moa, left the HAAST'S eagle with dwindling sustenance, and soon they too might have become targets. Number 18. Megalodon. Venture back some 23 to 3.6 million years ago, and the oceans hit a leviathan predator, the megalodon. Aptly named Big Tooth, this monstrous shark showcased teeth that spanned up to 7 inches long and 4.7 inches wide. Far from being just a more massive cousin of the great white shark, the megalodon dwarfed them, stretching up to 67 feet in length and tipping the scales at a mind-boggling 103 metric tons. Its favored meals? Whales, seals, dolphins, and other vast marine creatures. Such formidable prey required power, and Megalodon's bite was the stuff of legends, exerting a force of 110,000 newtons. While these titanic sharks once swam in warm seas worldwide, the end of the Pliocene epoch signaled their mysterious departure. Number 17. Megapiranha. South America's waters concealed a monstrous secret around 10 million years ago. The megapiranha swam through its rivers, a titanic relative to today's piranhas. This aquatic beast stretched out to 28 inches and weighed a hefty 22 pounds. Sporting 7 triangular teeth in a distinct zigzag arrangement on each jaw, it had no trouble slicing through flesh and bone. Its voracious bite, estimated between 1,240 and 4,749 newtons, was a force to reckon with, over 50 times the strength of a human's. Scientists have been intrigued by the megapiranha's dental architecture, seeing it as a bridge between pacus, 2 rows of teeth, and modern-day piranhas, a single row. However, it's crucial not to confuse this prehistoric terror with the 2010 movie Megapiranha, a low-budget fictional film that had little to do with the genuine ancient fish. Number 16. Giant monitor lizard. A shadow cast over Australia's Pleistocene landscape around 2 million to 40,000 years ago. The Megalania, a gargantuan monitor lizard, was on the prowl. At a staggering length of 25 feet and a weight nearing 2 tons, it was undeniably the largest land lizard to have ever roamed Earth. A diet? Large mammals. Think kangaroos, wombats, and diprotodonts. But it wasn't picky. Smaller creatures like birds and reptiles weren't safe either. As a member of the Varanus genus, which encompasses today's monitor lizards, it's aptly named Varanus priscus, or ancient monitor in Latin. Fossils of this mammoth reptile scatter across eastern Australia's diverse terrains, from forests to grasslands. Number 15. Strange predator. Over 500 million years ago, during the Cambrian period, the Anomalocaris emerged as one of the first dominant predators. Its entire body stretched out to a full meter, making it one of the largest creatures of its era. 2 stalked eyes packed with thousands of lenses ensured it missed nothing in the watery abyss, while its spiky appendages and pineapple ring-shaped mouth efficiently seized prey. Propelled by a rhythmic undulation of its body and tail, it reigned supreme in its environment. The Anomalocaris, part of the radiodont group, shares ties with today's arthropods. Debates continue about its exact lineage and significance in the arthropod family tree. Despite being primarily associated with the Cambrian period, new fossil finds suggest it managed to survive into the Ordovician, persisting for another 30 million years. Number 14. Terror birds. Long before our time, South America was home to Forus racidae, large, flightless beings often termed terror birds. These magnificent birds thrived between 53 million to 1/10 of a million years ago. Their sheer size, ranging from 3 to 10 feet and weighing up to a staggering 290 pounds, made them one of the most dominant predators of their time. These terror birds, with their robust beaks and elongated necks, hunted mammals, reptiles, and even other avian species. Interestingly, Titanus walleri, one species of Forus racidae, ventured out to North America. But by 1.8 million years ago, they faded from the North American landscape. Remarkably, in Uruguay, the traces of these birds lingered until possibly 18,000 years ago. These remarkable creatures have ties to the modern-day Seriemas, although the Seriemas are petite and gifted with the power of flight. Number 13. Giant bird. Approximately 6 million years ago, the skies of Argentina were dominated by Argentavis, an awe-inspiring bird. This magnificent creature, part of the now extinct Teratorns group and relatives to vultures and storks, spread its wings up to 7 meters wide. These dimensions make it the most expansive flying bird ever documented. Given its immense size, Argentavis depended on gliding and harnessing wind currents rather than flapping its wings. Its diet likely consisted of smaller terrestrial creatures, subdued by its powerful beak and robust legs. The Andean foothills, rich in its fossilized remains, hint at its ability to utilize mountain ridges to soar high. Number 12. Spinosaurus. A colossal carnivore named Spinosaurus roamed the landscapes of North Africa roughly 100 million years ago. With its distinct, long, slender skull furnished with cone-like teeth and its nostrils positioned near its eyes, it had a look all its own. Not to forget, the sail-shaped structure rising from its back, held upright by towering spines. Unlike most of its dinosaur brethren, Spinosaurus was uniquely tailored for aquatic life. With its dense bones, webbed feet, and a tail built for agile swimming, it predominantly feasted on fish. But that didn't limit its palate. It possibly preyed upon creatures both on land and within water. Surpassing even the mighty Tyrannosaurus rex in size, this beast extended up to 59 feet in length and tipped the scales at a whopping 20 tons. Number 11. Giant cephalopod. In the deep marine realms of the Ordovician period, which spans from 470 to 425 million years ago, Camarasaurus reigned supreme. This colossal cephalopod sported a straight, multi-chambered shell and a head decked with tentacles and a beak. Towering over other sea creatures, it stood out as one of the period's most imposing figures and likely top predators. While debates swirl around its exact size, some suggest this mammoth creature might have stretched to a length of 6 meters or more. Part of the Indosaurids family, relatives to our modern-day nautiluses, Camarasaurus has sparked its share of classification debates. Many species under this umbrella might be better suited under different genus names, such as Endocarus or Vaginosaurus. Number 10. Giant turtle. Along 60 million years ago, during the Paleocene epoch, the vast landscapes of what is now Colombia witnessed the leisurely pace of Carbonemys. This enormous turtle, with its shell stretching up to 5.9 feet, ranks among the largest of its kind. Discovered in the Cerrejón coal mine, Carbonemys shared its world with other behemoths like Titanoboa, the massive snake. Primarily feeding on plants, this giant turtle was no pushover. Its sturdy jaws could crush through tough vegetation and even take on smaller adversaries. Despite its snail-paced land movement, in water, it was an agile swimmer. Its fortified shell served as a natural shield against threats. Today's turtles, such as the mata-mata and yellow-spotted river turtle, trace their lineage back to this giant. Number 9. A huge dinosaur. 77 million years ago, South America's terrain was under the mighty feet of Dreadnoughtus. Part of the Titanosaurs clan, the heaviest land creatures ever known, Dreadnoughtus was truly formidable. Drawing its name from the term dreadnought, symbolizing fearlessness, it's no surprise that this beast measured an astonishing 85 feet in length and weighed a staggering 65 short tons, equivalent to over 7 fully grown elephants. This herbivorous giant, with its neck extended towards the sky and a tail that could swish away threats, required an enormous diet of plants. Discovered in Argentina in 2005 and later described in 2014, the two found fossils are some of the most complete titanosaur remains. They provide an intricate view into the dinosaur's life, from its skull and teeth to its massive feet. Number 8. Tyrannosaurus rex. The Tyrannosaurus rex, fondly dubbed the T-Rex, stood as Earth's colossal terror, roaming the landscapes of western North America during the late Cretaceous period. Between 68 and 66 million years ago, this creature was truly the epitome of tyrant lizards. Stretching an impressive 40 feet in length and standing 12 feet tall at its hips, this behemoth could weigh a staggering 8 tons. One can't discuss T-Rex without mentioning its massive skull, which possessed a jaw capable of exerting a 6-ton bite force and housing 60 razor-sharp teeth primed for flesh tearing. Its 2 robust legs hinted at its predatory prowess, capable of swift pursuits to catch prey or scavenge remains. Additionally, the T-Rex owned a keen sense of smell, making it efficient in hunting or seeking out partners. Interestingly, its relatively tiny arms remain a puzzle to scientists. Were they for mating rituals, balance, or perhaps vestigial traits from its ancestors? Recent findings suggest the T-Rex had some feather coverage, perhaps for temperature regulation or mate attraction. Number 7. Large mammal. Enter Andrewsarchus, a sizable mammal which hailed from China's Middle Eocene epoch, approximately 60 million years ago. Most knowledge of this creature stems from scant fossils, particularly its skull and teeth. Originally believed to belong to the Mesonychidae family, carnivorous hoofed mammals, further studies positioned it closer to whales and hippos in the animal lineage. Boasting a lengthy, slender skull, Andrewsarchus possessed both formidable jaws and keen teeth, hinting at an omnivorous diet. It's believed that this creature was versatile, agile on land and adept in water. Its role? Possibly a mix of scavenging and predation, all while maintaining its turf. At an estimated length of 11 feet and weighing around 1 ton, Andrewsarchus stakes its claim as one of the heftiest land-dwelling carnivorous mammals. Its name is an ode to Roy Chapman Andrews, the American explorer and paleontologist behind the expedition that unveiled its fossils. Number 6. Giant flying reptile. The skies of North America between 70 and 65 million years ago were ruled by Quetzalcoatlus. This majestic flying reptile drew its name from the Aztec god Quetzalcoatl, envisioned as a feathered serpent deity. With an awe-inspiring wingspan of 40 feet, yes, that's longer than a standard school bus, Quetzalcoatlus was among the most grandiose aerial creatures to grace our planet. Its elongated, toothless beak paired with a distinctive crest set it apart. A member of the HAAST'S pterosaurs, this reptile was expertly tailored for soaring and gliding, casting shadows across ancient terrains. But it wasn't all about flight. On the ground, Quetzalcoatlus would scour for smaller creatures, including lizards and perhaps even infant dinosaurs. When it walked, it had a peculiar gait, using its wings as makeshift front legs. Now it's time for the subscriber's pick. Deep within a dense, sprawling forest, a subscriber stumbles upon a striking sight: a mammoth snake, its scales shimmering in a stark pattern of yellow and black. As its eyes fixate on a nearby girl, the suspense escalates. Is this vibrant serpent native to these woods, or an invasive threat? Has its unique coloring evolved for camouflage or as a warning? While the forest holds many secrets, this colossal snake and its intentions have just topped the list. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Number 5. Giant millipede-like creature. Meet Arthropleura, a colossal millipede-like marvel that dominated the terrains of North America and Europe between 345 and 290 million years ago. Securing its title as the most massive land invertebrate ever, this behemoth could stretch an incredible 2.6 meters from tip to tail and tip the scales at 50 kilograms. On its back, Arthropleura bore an intricate series of 3-lobed dorsal plates dotted with tubercles, all while flaunting a mysteriously little-known head. The lush, humid forests and riverbanks of its era served as its playground, where it munched on decaying plant debris. With its grand stature and protective armor, few dared to challenge Arthropleura. There's a thought that the high oxygen concentration during the Carboniferous period was a boon for it, permitting arthropods to attain sizes beyond what we see today. Number 4. Giant whale. The vast oceans between 41 and 34 million years ago were patrolled by Basilosaurus, a majestic prehistoric whale. As one of the period's most imposing creatures, Basilosaurus swam with grace through the waves, its body stretching an astonishing 21 meters or 70 feet. Its frame was characterized by a streamlined, elongated body and a petite head adorned with a variety of teeth designed for multiple functions. Ascending the marine food chain, this giant feasted on an array of seafood, from the agile fish to menacing sharks, and even other marine mammals like the smaller Dorudon. Fossils bearing testimony to its reign have surfaced in North America, Africa, and even the distant coasts of Peru. An interesting tidbit about its name: Basilosaurus, translating to King Lizard, was chosen because initial finders back in 1834 misjudged it for a massive reptile. However, This magnificent creature was later identified as an early precursor to modern whales, showcasing evolutionary tales of reduced hind limbs and a dynamic tail fluke, signs of a life truly mastered underwater. Number 3. Prehistoric crocodile. North Africa, about 95 million years in the past, was the stomping grounds for a fierce and unique crocodile named Caprasuchus. With a long skull that bore 3 sets of tusk-like teeth sticking out, it was a force to reckon with. And it wasn't just any prey that this creature hunted. We're talking about the mightiest of dinosaurs. Unique to its design, Caprasuchus boasted horns at the back of its head and a snout built like armor, perhaps made for powerful charges. This formidable croc stretched about 20 feet and tipped the scales at around 2,000 pounds. Its eyes, unlike many reptiles, faced forward, offering it a predator's gaze. With surprisingly long legs, Caprasuchus wasn't limited to waterways. It roamed the land in search of prey. It had close ties to another family member, Mahajangasuchus, another croc from the distant lands of Madagascar. Number 2. Sperm whale. Let's dive deep into the oceans of the Miocene epoch, spanning from 9.9 to 5 million years ago. There swam Leviathan melvilli, an awe-inspiring giant sperm whale. Drawing its name from the biblical Leviathan and the scribe of Moby Dick, Herman Melville, this whale had a jaw-dropping feature: its massive teeth. These teeth weren't just for show. They helped Leviathan hunt down large meals like other whales and seals. Among the ocean's giants, Leviathan measured a staggering 57 feet. It also shared a trait with modern sperm whales: echolocation. It used an intricate organ in its head to send out sound waves, helping it navigate the depths. Fossils discovered from places as varied as Peru to Australia hint at its vast territory. Number 1. Irish elk. Europe and Asia during the Pleistocene epoch witnessed the majesty of the Irish elk, known scientifically as Megaloceros giganteus. What made it stand out in the deer family? A pair of antlers so expansive, stretching 3.6 meters from tip to tip, the largest among all deer. Interestingly, this magnificent creature wasn't related to present-day elk or moose, but rather to the more diminutive fallow deer. Around 7,700 years ago, this great elk vanished, perhaps due to shifts in climate, the encroachment of human societies, or simply habitat changes. Weighing a whopping 700 kilograms and measuring 2.1 meters at its shoulder, this herbivore was truly colossal. Those intricate antlers weren't just for aesthetics, they played a role in seasonal displays and duels. Ireland, with its peat bogs, has yielded many of this elk's remains, which now stand as silent testimonials in museums. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.